Howdy, y'all. This is a Bohemian Rhapsody lesson. It's a transcription that I took from Guitar World magazine about Queen, obviously. Andy Alador transcribed it. His stuff's really good, and this looks like a pretty meticulous piece of work. So I'm just gonna break it down super simply. It's definitely not for a beginner, so I don't know if I'll be speaking a little fast. This is actually the first video lesson I've ever done. So I will just start with the first chord, and what that is when you hear the "Is this the real life?" the very first line, that little passage. When you put everybody's vocal part together, their harmony, you form chords. Basically, they're all pretty much seventh chords. So the first one is G minor 7, and you fret that by basically doing a power chord at the 5th fret of the D string on G, and then you bar your middle finger on the 6th fret on the E and B strings, and that's your G minor 7th. The next chord is the C7th. Basically what you do there is you fret your index finger at the 3rd fret, C, on the A string, and then you bar across with your ring finger on the 5th fret, and then with your pinky on the high E string you hit the 6th fret. So you got this sort of constant tone staying here. And then you go to F7, Caught in a Landslide, which is 8th fret, and it's just like your A bar chord, but you just omit the finger that falls on the 3rd string. And then finally, the last chord, B flat major. At least in this little part, it's the last chord. Now the Open Your Eyes part is a G minor with an arpeggiated bit. Now we have a B major 7, but you omit the high E string. Look up to the skies and see. This is a E flat major, played at the 11th fret. That's played by, actually I don't think there's that many. So you basically just arpeggiate, and what that is the 13th fret you bar with your ring finger, and then you hit the 11th fret of the E string, and then you basically do a E flat chord on the bottom 3 strings, and then you use that 11th fret on the high E string as a pedal tone. So I believe that's a C minor, and that would be an F, and then the Easy Come Easy Go, that's you just repeat yourself again. So what that is you play B, and then you lower it a semitone, and the B is located at least the root in the E bar chord form is located at the 7th fret. So, and then finally this last little descending bit into the verse. And then the next part, everyone knows what comes after that. So you go to E flat again. There's a lot of E flat in this song, in the key of E flat, also in the key of B flat. There's some modulations in this tune. And what you do to play this is you bar, well, you do your E bar chord form, E flat, and then you hit the next octave, the 2nd octave that you play in that chord, which is at the 5th, fourth string, and then you play the strings above that, pedaling back and forth. The next chord is played by putting, let's see, what is that chord? That's a B flat / D chord. So you play this by barring your index finger onto the 10th fret of the E string. Then you put your pinky at the 13th fret on the successive string below that, or above that, and then you put on the 12th fret your ring, and then 11th fret on the following string you put your middle. So you have oh, my bad. Actually, you put your middle finger on the 11th fret of the B string, not the G string. And you do the same thing, pedaling back and forth. I think this is like a diminished chord or something. I'm not too sure about this one. And then the way you play it is you play your index finger on the 9th fret, the E string, then on the A string you put your middle finger on the 10th fret, and then on the successive string, the D string, you put on the 11th fret your ring, and then you skip a string and put your pinky on the 11th fret of the B. And then for the next one, it's very similar. You just omit, it's the same chord shape, all you do is omit your middle finger. And then this last little part, you put your index finger, I bar across the 10th fret, and I put my finger on the 4th string, and then you go up a minor third, and then you play the 10th fret of the 3rd string, and then the last bit's like a little chord. What kind of chord is that? F7. And what that is basically you just put your middle finger on the 11th fret of the high E string while barring across where you didn't remove your index finger. You just play the strings above it, the B and G string. So the whole thing looks like this. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me. And there you have it, there's the intro. And I'll do another video depending on if I like this the way it turned out or not. And depending if anyone else likes it. If it's not even learnable, if I didn't do it appropriately, don't be afraid to say so. Take care.